Hello and welcome to Walibi Rhone Alps. My name is Matt, this is the Coaster Giant channel, and here's what's coming up in today's vlog. Welcome to my little European road trip. Travelling across the south of France and into Germany, I'll be discovering 7 new parks, and over the next few weeks here on the Coaster Giant channel, I'll be bringing you vlogs from all of them. We've got today's from Walibi Rhone Alps, we've also got Nigloland, Trips Drill, Holiday Park, Schwaben Park, Funny World and the headliner, Europa Park, coming soon on the channel. So if you go on to enjoy this video and want to see what I get up to on the rest of the trip, hit that subscribe button, turn the notifications on, and then you'll be the first to know when I upload the new videos from all of these amazing parks. So after a full morning of travel, we've made it to Walibi Rhone Alps. I'm here with Claire and Rich, who are joining for the whole of this trip around the south of France and Germany. So it's our first park. I'll tell you all about what we've done this morning in terms of getting here, so travel information at the end of this vlog. It's been quite a long morning. Our flight, what time was our flight? 6:30, and we've just got here and it's 1:30 now. So we were hoping to get here for about 12, half 12, but the airport was really busy. We had to get our bags, we had to get through passport control. We had to pick up the hire car because we're doing driving this whole trip. But first impressions of this park are, it's looking nice. There's some really nice theming around. Nice like flowers and stuff. I don't know an awful lot about the park. I know it's got a few cool coasters that I really want to get on, like that one in the background there. More about that one later. First of all, we're heading to Muhuka, which is a brand new roller coaster for this year and a brand new roller coaster type for me, so I've never been on a roller coaster like this. Let me show you what it's like. So here we go. This is an Intamin single rail roller coaster. We've got nothing like this in the UK, and there's a few around in like the US, but there's quite a few opening over the next couple of years in Europe. But yeah, nothing like it in the UK, and I've never been on anything like it. You sit singly, one behind the other on the train, and just run along that single track with just a lap bar. And this is looking a lot faster than I expected. This looks so good. Whoa! So as I said, this is brand new for this year. There's loads of theming around the entrance, got all these sculptures, loads of really nice lights, planting's really nice. There's a Jeep in the middle here. A nice audio around the area. This is looking really cool. I love the way it's just like, it's just got all these inversions and you can't even tell when they're coming up because the track's just like all one type. Oh my god, that was really cool. First of all, the station's really cool. Got this like nice tented area with loads of theming. The baggage system's really good. You put your bags in on that side and they slide down here. So instead of waiting around in there when you're getting off, you come out of the station, which just helps with the operations. They are absolutely smashing the trains out, like so fast. They've only got 2 trains and they're just constantly running. So, housekeeping. It's a 1.2 metre high and a maximum height of 195, so I just qualify for that luckily. I got a back row for my first ever ride. Never done a ride like this before, not this ride type. And I was really impressed. It was quite rattly on the back. My head feels a little bit woozy now. But not terrible at all. I absolutely loved it. It was a really, really fun coaster. The launches were punchier than I expected. You were thrown about more than I expected. There's lots of twists and turns and like really cool inversions that, because we haven't even studied the layout, I wasn't expecting. Yeah, okay, a bit rally, but I absolutely love that. It looks like just to the right of all the ride area as well, they've got a big space. Maybe that's their next development site. Here comes the train. Surprisingly whippy when you're on it. That was one of the most anticipated roller coasters of the trip for me. So I'm so glad, one, that we got on it, and two, that it didn't disappoint. So much fun. What did you guys think?
It was really good. I tried to keep my hype quite low for this one because I thought with the tyre launch it wouldn't really be that snappy, but it was actually really fast and it had such good whippy elements, especially because we sat at the back. It does rattle a lot though, like not at the point where it's giving me a headache, like kind of just to the point where I was laughing because it was just a bit ridiculous. But it was really fun.
Rich?
I really enjoyed it. The launch was much better than I thought it was going to be. It's a really fun coaster, but yeah, it does have a bit of a shake to it.
A rattle.
But not in the properly painful way.
Cool.
They also gave me loads of room as well, which is awesome.
Yeah, very comfortable ride that was. Yeah, so I think that was like a unanimous. We all had exactly the same experience. So, good first ride of the trip. Next up, we're going on Mystic, which is a Gerstlauer coaster that finishes like that, just hanging upside down and then rolls back. So it's pretty unique. I've never seen anything like this before. And when I saw this on a vlog, it became one of them coasters. It's like not the biggest, not the best, but very interesting. So yeah, it's really cool that I'm here to ride it all of a sudden. Apparently it's really smooth and I've heard great things about it. It's in this area that's all themed to kind of voodoo, rituals. Just need to find where to get in. Oh yeah, it wraps all around there. And then it's got that rollback section. Yo. It is very cool around here. Vertical lift hill as well, 3 rows of 4. They've got like the clamshell style restraints as well by the looks of it. So you're going to look very free on this. Let's go and check it out.
Yeah, it's over behind the
We might only be here for a few hours, but it's so good to get back in a new park. For the rest of this trip, we've got Europa Park, we've got Negoland, Holiday Park, we've got Trips Drill, which I'm very excited for. Have I missed anything? Schwaben Park, the chicken coaster. So there's lots coming up on the channel from this trip. So if you're not already, please consider subscribing and turn on your notifications, and then you'll know every time I've uploaded a vlog. So after that little rollback section, the train breaks here, stops on this turntable, and then comes back into the station. That's a pretty cool end to the ride. That was another really fun, decent coaster. Small footprint, packs a lot in, was really smooth, especially for a Gerstlauer. I'm really comfortable. The only gripe I have with them, the same with Carnan, is the headrests for me are really small. They're like, the top of my head is at the small bit of the headrest, which makes it a bit uncomfortable if your head like rattles each side of it. But apart from that, like the theming, the ride experience, I loved it. Did it get a thumbs up from you too?
Yes, best ride station ever.
Ever?
Not ever, but it's really good.
It is. It's only a small station, but there's loads of theming going on in there. There's a little thing happens as you're dispatching out the station as well. Yeah, not a bad thing to say about that. And the park's a real good vibe. So it's September. It's a Saturday, and it's not actually too bad. It's not too busy at all. The queues are all around 20 to 30 minutes. And the vibe's great. Like, everything looks really nice, really colourful. There's music everywhere you go. You can see there's like an attempt at lots of different areas and theming, but they all kind of blur into one for me so far, but I've only been here like an hour. But yeah, I am liking it, and it was only £28. Works out £28 for the ticket for today. So that's not bad at all, especially when they've got a brand new attraction this year. Right, we're kind of just chilling. We're not in a massive rush. The queues aren't too bad. We know we can get everything done that we want to get done. I think we're heading over to a boomerang. So that always goes one or two ways. I either love it or they're rough and I hate them. But I believe this one's got a different type of restraint, so let's go and check it out. This is really cute. Nice little western area. You've got all the usual kind of theming. There's lots of food places open. Oh, got a cool monorail as well. Look at that monorail. That's well cool. The boomerang looks very much closed. It's just over there. I don't know if it's been like updated lately, but it's really shiny. Like, it looks like it's all been freshly painted. Maybe it's had a re-theme. I heard it had got lap bar restraints, which is why I was really intrigued. Hopefully it'll open later, or it might be the first spite of the trip. We've just heard the rapids somewhere, so we're going to go and try and find the entrance to them. They've got loads of stuff everywhere you look in this park. Got this little kids log flume. Don't think I'll be getting on that. Got the monorail, I think I mentioned that earlier. But we're heading, there's a wooden coaster over there as well, which I totally forgotten they'd got. I love a park that is set around a lake, so I'm really liking this. Ooh, that was a bit disappointing. It was a proper old school rapids, but didn't give us anything apart from a few knocks into the side, which was just a bit painful. Yeah, not a single splash. Looks a bit run down. The boats were pretty grubby. Definitely one to skip. Unless it's walk on and you've got time to do it, I wouldn't bother with that again. We've just stopped for some food. We found this nice little place where you can sit next to the rapids. Here's the rapids that I was moaning about. Yeah, so it's just where the mechanical burger is. This was nearly €16 for fries, a burger and a drink in a reusable cup. First reusable cup of the trip. I love these. So yeah, it works out about £13, which I always say this, but not too bad for theme park food if it's decent quality. And do you know what? That looks really good. That's massive. I'm well impressed with that. Let's try it out. Just having a little ride around on the monorail. Got a little pony trek ride down here. Got some water slides over there. There's the boomerang very slowly climbing the lift hill. And then there's the wooden coaster. The fish are massive. Over at the back of the park they do have shows as well. They've got a little theatre there. Today they've got shows at 2 and 4 o'clock. Haven't got a clue what they are. There's a weird monkey man on that. But that's all I can tell you. That is an old pirate ship.
Oh, I think that was an original pirate ship before they turned it into a war.
Yeah, you don't see them with like the backs on that actually look like a ship anymore, do you? Do you know what? That food was really nice. I'd say that's probably the best burger I've ever had in a theme park. There was 2 burgers on it, the bread was really nice, there was loads of tasty sauce. You enjoy yours?
Yeah.
What about the veggie option?
It's pretty solid. Pretty decent.
So all thumbs up again for that burger place. And now it's time for Timber. The park's wooden coaster. So I believe designed by the Gravity Group and built by Gravity Craft Corporation, and it runs Timberline trains. So let's go on and check it out. That first drop. It's not massive. I think it's only got a top speed of like 40 miles an hour, but can't wait to get on this. Do you know what? That was really good. I proper enjoyed that. It's a short layout, but I've not even seen the layout. I've not seen a POV of it before. And the layout is kind of hidden behind this coaster, so you don't see it. It's really quite whippy. Faster than I expected. The first drop was really good. There was sound effects on the lift hill. A little bit rough, a little bit janky, but the airtime was really good. And literally every corner you went round, there was a twist, there was a turn. Yeah. I'm quite glad it was just the length it was. That was just enough for me with the rattle that it was giving. But again, just another like fun coaster. Like, again, not the biggest, not the best like the other 2 we've done, but really good fun. Yeah, that was alright. These trains look so weird. It's a standard Vekoma boomerang. We all know what these things do, but the trains have got really weird restraints on. They're like a lap bar that's just pure metal that sits on your stomach. So really not sure how this is going to ride. Well, that was interesting. I don't quite know what to think because they're not comfortable with over-the-shoulder restraints. I barely fit in the old style trains. Don't even know who's made them trains. But the restraint would be good if it had a little bit of padding on it or something out like where your arms are. But I don't know if it was my height, but the grab rails were literally where my knees are. The lap bar thing was actually on my stomach and like right under my rib cage, and I kept bashing my funny bone on the actual restraint. The ride itself was really smooth, and I do love a boomerang, and I don't know what to think about that. What did you 2 think about them restraints? What did you think of the restraints?
So I wasn't sure about how a boomerang would feel with a lap bar, so I pushed it down because I wanted to be extra secure, and I pushed it down too far and it was pushing into my thighs the whole time, and it was so painful.
It sits in a weird position, doesn't it?
Yeah, it really pinches the edges of your legs. It's awful.
Just needs some padding.
And it sits right across the middle of your stomach. It's just
Weird.
like you kind of just get the wind knocked out of you when you finally stop.
And definitely not recommended after a burger and chips and a pint of Coke. Definitely not. I love this area of the park. Some of the water stuff isn't on, which is a bit of a shame, but there's some really nice theming. Very much reminds me of Tiki Waka, that area at Walibi, Belgium. I went to a couple of years ago, which isn't a bad thing. Like, it's a really like nice, vibrant, fun area. And then they've got all this expansion space that I mentioned earlier. So I think apparently this used to be a water park, same as Walibi Belgium have out the front. Rich told me, I didn't know that. So yeah, maybe if they've knocked all that down and they've built one new coaster, maybe they'll get a few flats on here, expand this area. It's kind of crying out for it. It's a shame just to see like an empty space next to this cool new coaster. But we are going to go on again now. I wouldn't mind a few more rides on this. I had a back row last time. It'd be nice to sit somewhere else. It would be really good to get a front row actually. I think a front row would be a totally different ride. Do you know what? I had a middle train ride on that one. I love it. It's so much fun. Yeah, it's just really good fun. I got loads of airtime. The roll before you hit the brake run, you take it so fast. You feel like you're getting thrown out of the train. I love this. Absolutely love it. I think it's such a good coaster design. So much fun. You get so close to the track as well. Like, look here. Look how close you are. That's mad. I'll tell you what, it is so good to be back in a European park, brand new park, in the sun with blue skies. It's the best feeling. We've got 2 more coasters to get on. We've got our kids' era Tivoli coaster, which is over there, but it was posted at a 40-minute wait, so we're going to try and come back to that a little bit later on. Park is open until 6 today. And we've got, I don't know what it's called, but there's a wild mouse coaster, which doesn't trim. Like, at all. So, I actually kind of feel like I'm not that bothered about missing it, but also, gotta do it for the cred. Okay, next up, we're going on the shot tower. Have no idea what the settings are. That one just did a shot and bounced a little bit. Doesn't look like they're gonna get a drop. Let's check it out. They've got anemones here as well. Looks like having a few problems. They're squirting loads of stuff, so I think it might actually be like wasps or something nesting in there. So we haven't, I don't think we've been around this bit yet. But we're in search of the log flume, which we can see, but we don't know where the entrance is. But it is hot today. It's said it was going to be like 21 degrees, but it's definitely more like 25 going on 30. Bit of a shock to the system because it's been really cold at home recently. Okay, I think we found the entrance. Okay, let's do Bamboo's River. Well, that was quite a soaker, and we all just got to know each other really well because the 2 people in front of us got in the back of a boat, and then the ride up put us 3 in the front of a boat. It was a struggle to get in with 3 bags. We did it though. We had to have a strategic plan to get out the boat. But we're all quite I got quite wet on that. Especially this side of my body, soaked, but I needed it. It was very refreshing, that was. The water was quite clean as well, which is always good. There was 2 drops. First drop was actually the soaker because it had got water jets coming over at the end when you drop, and they were slightly off, so actually hitting the trough, inside the trough, so getting us wet. And the last drop wasn't too bad, but it was the bigger of the 2. Okay, we've got an hour left at the park now. We're gonna do some re-rides and maybe get the other 2 coasters that we haven't done. First up, we're gonna get on to Mystic, which is just going round in front of us. Wow, we just got a front row on Mystic. It was just as good on the back as the front, or I don't know, they were both like different rides. It was really smooth on the front, we all agreed on that. But you still got loads of air time, you were still trying to be thrown from the train. The first drop is actually incredible. I wasn't expecting much from that drop, and it's like, when you're on there, it feels almost vertical. But yeah, it's fast, it's whippy. I really like that. It's this park is just full of like really good family thrill coasters. One thing I am sad about, there's like remnants of train track all the way around the park, but there's no sign of a train, and that track, it hasn't been used for a while. But that's always sad. I do love a nice little transportation ride. Oh yeah, I secretly love these little Sierra coasters. They're so cool. Same as them treetops at Oakwood. They've got massive trains and a really tight layout. There's definitely wouldn't be putting my hands up on this one. So we just did Woodstock Express, which is the park's wild mouse coaster, and it doesn't trim, like no trim at all. I'll show you this last corner, it really whips you around. I've never wanted it trimmed so much in my life. It's going faster. Whoa. Okay, we survived Woodstock Express. We went on the wooden coaster again as well. Got a back row, and it was better on the back row. It didn't feel as rattly that time. And I got 9 moments of like really decent air time when I was out of my seat. So you packed a punch for a little wooden coaster, that one. I really enjoyed that. I'd like to see some like more little wooden coasters like that in the UK. We don't really have any. So that would be nice. Right, we're ending up our day on this little beast. Again, another beautifully themed, fun little family thrill coaster here at Walibi Rhone Alps. So our last ride of the day on Muhuka, and we got near the front. Claire actually got the front row and said the rattle that we felt earlier at the back was non-existent. So that's good. I was on row 3. It wasn't as anywhere near as rattly. As I said earlier, the rattle wasn't like, it didn't make the ride bad, but it was noticeable. Whereas at the front, it's a lot smoother. Just as you feel all the airtime in any position that you're in on the train, and there's lots of airtime. It really throws you around, which I love, and the lap bar's really comfortable. The train design's really cool for like little jeeps. There's Spice Girls playing in the queue line. There's stickers and posters of Jurassic Park and stuff. It's like I love it. I love the theme. I love the coaster. I think it's really good fun, and I would love to see more of these crop up around the UK and the rest of Europe. So that brings us to the end of our day. Well, afternoon here at Walibi Rhone Alps. Would I recommend coming here? Yeah, I would. I'll be honest, it's a bit of a pain to get to. It's a like 2-hour drive from Geneva Airport, which is the nearest airport, I believe. That's where we flew into earlier today, picked up a hire car and then drove straight here. Next we're driving to Nigloland. So we're going to do kind of half and half. So we're going to do a couple of hours tonight, then stay over and then do another hour or so in the morning until we get there. Right, Walibi. It's a really fun park. I've wanted to come here for a long time, so really glad that I've got to come here. Would I be rushing to come back? No, not when there's lots of other places in Europe that I want to go to, but that's not because I don't like it, it's just because it's a bit of a pain to get to, and everything's really fun, but nothing's really stand out for me. So if I'm going travelling again, I'd want to go to different parks. But if you haven't been before, I'd definitely recommend making the effort to come here. It is a bit of an effort, but it's worth it. The staff are really friendly, the ops are fantastic, like some of the best I've ever seen in a theme park. On the roller coasters, like on the roller coasters, they're smashing the trains out. There's no waiting around. You're in, you're sat down, you've got your lap bar on, and the train's being sent. It's extremely good operations, and it hasn't been that busy today, so you know they're still working really hard, even though the queues weren't that bad. Standout coaster here for me was Muhuka. As I've said before, I've not done any kind of ride like that with the single rail or anything, and it was a lot of fun. I really want one of them in the UK. Not great for like throughputs, but the way they operate it here, literally, they've only got 2 trains. They only take 8 people each, but they were firing them out, and every time that one hit the brake run, one was ready to go. So really good operations again. So yeah, if you're in the area or you're doing a little trip in the south of France, definitely get to Walibi Rhone Alps. It's a really fun, pretty enjoyable park. Thanks very much for watching this video. I will see you in the next one. Don't forget to subscribe, and then you won't miss out on seeing the next video from Nigloland. Thanks for watching. Bye.